What's up, everyone? Nolan Worley here with Worley's Gutter Talk. That's right, we're coming at you. I'm here today at Langley Lanes at Langley Air Force Base in Hampton, Virginia. And I'm sitting here with a very well-respected individual in all aspects of life. He is a man of service. He served our country. He's also a very well-known bowler. Is Jeremy Fought. Jeremy, how are you today?
Well known amongst two, I don't know, but
So today we're going to be bowling a game at the same time that I ask him some questions. And we're just going to kick it off like this. So, Jeremy, tell us a little bit about yourself. You were in the military. Now, what branch were you in, and how long were you in there for, and what was your actual rank before retirement?
see, I joined the Navy in 1992. I did 31 years. I started out as enlisted, picked up an officer program, got to go to Auburn University, actually bowled on the Auburn bowling team, which consisted of two people. And then as an officer, I did the nuclear propulsion, and I was finished as a commander in the Navy, so 31 years.
Wow, that's awesome. So, where were some of the places that you were actually stationed, and how long were you there?
And we moved so much. So we started out, went to boot camp in Orlando, and then it was power school in Orlando, and then it was New York for more training. Then it was, then I went picked up the college program, so college, Auburn, and then it was up to Rhode Island, down to Mississippi, to Charleston, to Norfolk, but pretty much since 2004 we've been in Norfolk. We kind of homesteaded here. Other than the 3 years we did go to Hawaii, my last it was supposed to be my last 3 years, but then we came back here and finished up. So
Okay. How was Hawaii?
Hawaii is great for the first 18 months, but once you get tired of going to the beach, it's no longer any fun, especially on Oahu. But I wouldn't change it, man. Hawaii was great. Just wish it wouldn't have lasted quite so long.
Yeah. Okay. Did you go through any struggles, and what was the hardest things you dealt with being deployed?
Deployments weren't actually pretty nice. You know, being away from your family kind of sucks. I did one deployment where my youngest son, Nick, was actually born while I was on deployment. So luckily I was able to make a phone call, called the wife at the hospital afterwards. And, you know, I got back at 10 weeks. So he just started sleeping through the night. So I guess it wasn't too bad for me. Maybe not
Okay.
so much for Lee, but, you know.
Yeah. How did Lee take it?
Well, she's a great Navy wife.
Yeah.
She, you know, I was deployed out of my 31 years. I was gone away from home probably 11 and a half years, like not at the house, not just going to work, but like deployed on the ship out to sea
Wow.
for like 11 and a half years. So
I don't know how you can do it. I mean, that alone's got to be hard.
I enjoyed it, you know.
Well, yeah.
I
you
stayed
get a little
31
bit of
years.
a break, yeah.
I mean, it's hard being away from the family, but you know, we started out. Internet was the ship had to turn a certain direction for the satellite to go for you to get 7,200 baud.
Okay.
You know, so if some family member accidentally sent a picture in the email, it would bog it down, and we'd lose all of it and have to restart. You know.
Oh wow.
So at the beginning of my first ship, we emailed like once or twice a week.
Wow.
You know, that's all
Holy
we got.
cow.
And then it got to, okay, now we have better service. You could call a little bit more often. You had internet. Our email worked a lot better. But
Okay.
now my daughter, who's in the Navy and did the exact same thing I did, she's an officer, nuclear propulsion. They have like actual Wi-Fi internet on the ships now.
Okay. So times have changed.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, what's the craziest thing you've seen while being out there?
Well, one time we had a rogue wave hit us. We're on an aircraft carrier. A 60-foot wave hit us, and the hangar bay is at 60 feet above sea level, you know, above the water. And water came splashing through the hangar bay. Everybody that was out at the smoke decks got smacked into the wall. We lost a life, and that guy got smacked into the wall, crushed his head. They caught him before he fell overboard, but they couldn't save him. So really, yeah, that was the craziest thing that happened out to sea, I guess. But my daughter had they were in formation. The ship behind them, they were doing gunfire off to the right. The gun slewed back to forward and shot right over their ship.
Whoa.
Like,
Holy cow.
that wasn't me, but that was my daughter's crazy. A lot of my crazy stuff was just that I saw that was crazy. It was when I went to Afghanistan for a tour. I was over there. I was the base commander and the provincial reconstruction team commander. So we'd always have to gear up to go out in town and carry the guns and
constantly watching your back.
Yeah, Afghanis were great people, but they were as corrupt as all get out.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was crazy, just dealing with the governor and, you know, people stealing stuff all the time, you know. But I really enjoyed it, you know. It was an experience I wouldn't have had just going out on the ships and ports. So
okay,
I got a lot of good training out of it. I got to shoot a lot. I got to do everything. We got to, since we were closing up the base, turning it over, we had to go through all the ammo that was left, so we were just out on the range like Rambo in it.
Yeah.
It was great.
Wow. Well, that's enough about the service. I want to talk a little bit about your bowling. How long have you been bowling for?
Well, when I was 16 or 17, I have a twin brother. We got our first bowling balls, real bowling balls, you know, drilled right and everything. And we bowled in a league with my dad and another guy we worked with. Mm-hmm. So that's when we first started like bowling, you know, 165 averages and stuff. And then I joined the military. So I didn't get to bowl again until college.
Uh-huh.
I took bowling for fitness.
Oh, okay.
You know, and
hey, that's cool.
And I was bowling, and the guy that was out there bowling, and he's like, "Hey, man, you want to join the Auburn team?" And I'm like, "Sure." And it ends up it was just him and me, and we had to go find people every time to go bowl in tournaments. I'm like, but I got free bowling because I was on the Auburn team. So he's the one that really got me into how to hold the ball right, how to hold my arm, how to throw it. So he's the one that got me up to better bowling a lot better. Okay. And then, but that was it. And then the only time I got to bowl again was in 2008. I finally got to shore duty, and I got to bowl while I was on shore duty. Then we deployed again, so no more bowling. Then we got to Hawaii. I started picking it up again in Hawaii, so I've been bowling ever since then.
Okay.
So that was in 2018. So
okay,
I really, you know, got my average up to like 219 over the last couple of years. So,
well, what's the best part of bowling for you?
Well, bowling good. That's my best part. If I bowl good, if I don't bowl good, then I just have to like do the second best thing, which is socialize with all the people. Yeah. You know, I bowl in. Believe it or not, I am over 50. Yeah, right. Yeah. No, so I bowl in senior leagues, and I'm retired, right? So I don't work. So I bowl during the morning leagues, afternoon leagues with a bunch of seniors. Okay. And it's just hearing their stories, them being able to talk about my stories, and you know, every week you're bowling someone new. Yeah. You know, you find people that they're in their 90s and they were in the military, and so then we talk about what it was like for them. You know, like you know, to hear how much they got paid. Yeah. You know, back in the day, like one guy I worked with a long time ago, he's like, "Oh yeah, when I got married and started getting BAH, my paycheck doubled. All of a sudden, I was getting $100 a month." I was like, "What?"
$100
a month? How old are you, dude?
It's like $1 an hour.
Yeah, but half of that was because he got married. They gave him more money.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a favorite ball?
No, I don't have a favorite ball. I just got a new ball I like. I got the Crown Victory. That was pretty good. Then I bowled a couple 300s with the Black Widow. That was that's pretty nice. And then pretty much just get a new ball every couple of years. Yeah. It just seems like the balls just wear out, and then you get a new ball, and magically you get new ball carry. So
okay.
But unlike you, I don't have like a whole room dedicated to my bowling balls.
Hey.
So.
Well, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about that Crown Vic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've had people try and get me to buy the ball, but I'm more of a Storm guy. So very seldom will I go out of, where my comfort zone is with Storm, and I'll get, I've had the Evoke, I've had the, I've had a few different balls that are not Storm, but I just I stick with Storm. Do you have a favorite bowler?
Favorite bowler? No, I watch a lot of YouTube guys out there like Packy and
Yeah, Packy's good.
Brian. Not Brian. Is it Brian? Yeah. A couple good. I mean, I like 4 different guys on YouTube. They're in the subscriptions. They pop up. I watch them.
Do you watch the 220 average bowler?
Yeah, 220 average
That
bowler.
guy's a goof. I love him.
Makes his own bowling balls.
Yeah, he's awesome. I watch him. Okay, so what's the craziest thing you ever seen in the bowling alley? You ever seen any fights?
No, I've never seen anything crazy in the bowling alley.
No?
Not fights or anything. It's actually pretty nice around here in Virginia.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you might have up in Ohio, but down here.
Indiana. Yeah.
Indiana. Oh, yeah, Indiana.
Yeah. Okay, in your opinion, is the world flat or round?
It's round.
It's round? Okay.
Yeah, how could it be flat?
Who knows? What's worse, teenagers texting and driving or people drinking and driving?
I would say both.
What's
I don't
worse?
like distracted driving at all, but I would say texting and driving is worse. Because drinking, at least you're focusing on the road. You're trying to drive well, even if you are or not. With texting, you're not focusing on the road, right?
Okay.
So you have a better shot at not wrecking if you're at least drunk versus texting.
Okay.
That's my theory.
If you could go back in time, would you change anything or would you do it all exactly the same?
I don't know. I love how everything's turned out, so I wouldn't change anything. I don't know. Even I wasted. I'll say I wasted a year of college when I got out of high school. I went but I decided I didn't like that. I was going to go to something else, but that didn't work out. So I joined the military, got married. Everything's worked out since then. My first tour on the ship was terrible. I wanted to quit. And I didn't. I stayed with it, and everything turned out great since that first tour. So I'm glad I stuck it out and didn't quit. So.
Nice. Well, since this is Worley's Gutter Talk, we're not just going to sit here and talk. We're going to get up and we're going to throw some balls for you guys. That way, at least you got something else to watch. So here we go.
By the way, this is string pins.
Yep, this is string pins. This is Jeremy's first time on string pins. So we're going to see how it goes. I myself have bowled string pins in Ohio at Pinorama. When it first came out, I loved it. So now we're going to see how these ones react. I personally don't mind doing either one, whether it's string pins or not. I don't have a preference. I just love the bowl.
All right, bowl, track, heat. The heat.
He's got the track heat.
Oh.
Boom! That was a good ball.
Look at that.
I don't know if camera is set up on my lane. Sure is.